The book of Daniel. The key theme is prophecy. Through the prophecies, the Old Testament and the New Testament are connected. In fact, the prophecies of Daniel reveal the date, month, and year of the death of the Messiah. Throughout the book of Daniel, there are many great stories of God's faithfulness and sovereignty. Although there are many prophecies and visions through the book of Daniel, the key theme is easily identifiable as a testimony of God's triumph and that he will reign. Daniel preaches and proclaims the sovereignty and power of God over every human aspect of life. Daniel understood and feared the power of God, and he would not surrender his convictions to human authority. God has victory when Daniel and his friends are thrown into the fiery furnace and survive. And later, when Daniel is thrown into the lion's den, we see God's intervention and divine covering over an obedient Daniel. Devotion for the book of Daniel 3:1-30. King Nebuchadnezzar had ordered his empire to worship a huge golden image and idol, but Daniel and his friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused as a result of their disobedience, were thrown into a fiery furnace. But God was faithful to them, and he did not allow them to be burned, scorched, or suffer from the roaring flames of the furnace. He rescued them. Their devotion and commitment to God could not be altered. Even in the face of death, God was bigger and more powerful in their circumstances. Every day we have an opportunity to choose God in what we say, what we do, how we live our lives, and how we align ourselves to God and his word. We have the free will and choice in all we do. Sure, there are consequences for every choice and action, but the choices is still ours to make. If we align ourselves with things of the world, there will be consequences. And if we align ourselves with God, there will also be consequences. However, if we are not choosing God in the little things, we will never choose God in the big things. There is nothing in this life that is more powerful and worthy of our devotion than God. Yet every day we choose to put our hope and trust in things that cannot satisfy. We need to examine ourselves on a daily basis to make sure our hearts are totally surrendered to God and that our hope is in him and him alone and not what the world tells us or has to offer us.